ask you about just the overall labor workforce through the county. We've spoken to other mayors, including Mayor Rick Blangiardi, who continues to struggle to fill positions, having to compete against the private sector. How are you faring on the island of Kauai with some of these vacancies in county positions and filling them with workers that not only want the job but are well equipped for them?
Oh, it's been a big challenge. I mean, all around, I think our vacancy rate is about almost 17%. And it has, continued to grow. And the areas that we're seeing like critical needs are, of course, our dispatchers. Could you imagine a world where you call 911 and nobody is picking up? And when we go to the dispatch room to see the work that they do, it is so complicated. I mean, to be able to multitask, remain calm, cool, and collected, and connect officers with the victims or the people that need help. In our opinion, dispatchers are public safety officers. They are the first responders. So we have to figure out a way to compensate them fairly so that we can actually attract people. When you take a look at our DMV, all of our front of the house operations are severely understaffed right now. Our bus drivers, we had to postpone Sunday bus transportation because we can't find enough bus drivers. So that's why we take a look at things like picking up medical premiums. We take a look at creating flexible work schedules. Right now we're investing to create an early childhood education center because one, we have to compete and we have to be looked upon as an employer that cares and able to recruit and retain the very best.
I want to key in on two things that you said there. One was the medical care, and I know that you started offering free medical insurance for county
Sure.
workers. The other thing is the childcare piece, and I've heard you speak on this before, the idea of childcare being infrastructure. Tell us a little bit about that thinking and also the medical insurance and why you decided to offer that.
Sure, I think the medical insurance is long overdue. We had the Prepaid Health Act of Hawaii in the mid-70s. It covered every single worker under the sun except government workers. And back in those days, government workers had health insurance picked up in some way, shape, or form. And over the years, that has changed where a clerk might be contributing almost a quarter of their paycheck for healthcare premiums. So when we took a look at the cost, which is about 3.1 million, which is about less than 1% of our entire budget, we said, this is a good faith effort to, one, make sure that we put our action where our words are and really say that our health is a prerequisite for productivity. So that was something we do. But the bigger conversation is how can we educate people for preventative health care to take care of your body and your health before you get sick. As far as the early childhood education center, yeah, we view it as infrastructure. I mean, in that 0 to 4-year-old age gap, that is the most critical developmental years for any person growing up. In Hawaii and most places across the nation, we invest heavily from K through 12, but we've neglected the most critical years where you get the biggest return on investment. And when I say that they are infrastructure, literally, those first 4 years, it's the foundation. If we build a strong foundation, it'll be able to hold up the weight of the world against his or her shoulders. So we really are investing on creating an environment where young people can thrive and then be productive into their adult years.
And what does that practically look like? Is that working with the state office and the lieutenant governor's office, or is that something that's a standalone for the county workers on Kauai?
No, absolutely. I mean, I got to give big thanks to Lieutenant Governor Sylvia Luke and all of the partners. And I tell you, not only state departments, but the nonprofits out there, we're working with all of them. We build facilities, we can build it out, but we're going to have to lean on them heavily for workforce development to make sure that we have highly qualified preschool teachers and everything in between to make sure that we have the staffing available. So we're working across the board. We've worked with the Chamber of Commerce. When we talk to employers hey, what is the biggest barrier for people to coming back to work? A lot of it is, there's no childcare. So, these young moms who want to work are struggling to find work because, one, it's almost cheaper to stay home and raise their child because the cost of early childhood education is so expensive.
So the